Hello kids, and welcome back to Life in Notes, episode 1001. Yeah, today we are going to have the usual showcase that we do every 100 episodes. Why is the game so laggy? Could we not? I have improved the frame rate. Yeah, since last episode we had our little end adventure, so it is now time to give everyone a little overview who, isn't fully up to date with the Let's Play, which I hope you are, because please don't waste your lifetime by spending 30 minutes every day watching me yap about my life and struggle to build. Yeah, we already went into this in the last episode, but yeah, these are our stats. That death is not my death, that was the game. Do we have, like, the Ender Dragon in here now? Is that a thing? We killed a butterfly before? We killed... I am embarrassed to show that. We're not gonna look at that. Yeah, this is our little bedroom. This is our little office area. We have some stuff in our wardrobes here. We used this for a long time at first when I think we found this in, like, this fallen bridge structure on the way to find a building spot. Some other stuff. We have a little bathroom, which we have to work on the light sources in here, I think. This is one of my favorite areas in the whole house. This is just so cozy. I love it. Yeah, this is the house. If you come in, this is not really supposed to be here. This was probably supposed to be moved away 900 episodes ago, but here we are. Same thing for this chest, but now it's just like a bunch of DecoCraft things, which for some reason I'm not putting back into the deco bench. Yeah, we have a little, we have a bubblegum machine because I love these. Then we have this, and here we keep our seasonal decor. We also keep the balloons in there when we don't have things to celebrate. We have some cookies. This is our office. This is where we keep all the stuff that we end up finding. Some Atlas copies. Oh, I talked about the Atlas in the last episode. I will show that in a second. Here we have, like, our backpacks that are ready to go, then one that we need for projects, and then for other projects. This is our savior of the Atlas, even though the Atlas decided to still give up being alive shortly afterwards, but for a while it worked again, and I will forever be thankful for that. We have a lot of horse armor. The ancient parcels, I don't like using them. We basically have everything we could get from them anyway, and now it's just like a cool fancy little thing that we have. We need name tags very desperately, but I'm too lazy to go fishing. I want to do that in grind streams, but I don't have time to stream lately. Or ores and stuff. We have so many silk touch ores that we need to fortune mine. And once again, I'm not getting around to that. We have our little skeleton skull here. And yeah, that is the office. Before I forget the Atlas. The thing is, if we keep on exploring new areas, then the game is going to keep on crashing again, which is why we now have Journey Map, which, yeah, okay, right now it's a little funky because we're inside a building, but, what is this? Oh, okay, that's that, and somewhere, if we keep on going, there should be spawn, technically? Or maybe not. Okay, I guess spawn doesn't... Okay, we don't have any underground structures at spawn. We once explored the entire area around our house. I always love this. We marked a bunch of structures that we have here. And then this path where we first found a biome that had all pink sheep, but I only saw 2. We had one naturally spawned pink sheep that didn't have the curse of the other pink sheep. And then in here we have 21 naturally spawned pink sheep. We will go to them in a second. But then the Atlas decided to eat itself. The pink sheep were too much. Yeah. At first the pink sheep situation terrified me. It still confuses the heck out of me. I've been meaning to make a separate video on that, but who has time for anything in 2026? I will show the pink sheep at the end of this episode. The little kitchen. Ideally we'd have everything prepared to just be grabbed from here, but again, I don't have time for that. Now we have this nice little addition here. This is not supposed to be there. I've been meaning to build something else there for like 500 episodes. I want to build a cute secret garden there, but we do need wood, so yeah, we have that there. Then we have this little thing. This was a cave. Basically, the way the walls are kind of was the way the cave was generated. We just smoothed it up a little bit. And we turned this into the doggo fun house, because whenever these guys were barking in our own house, it was driving me a little bit insane. So I decided to give these guys their own little house. Why didn't I get like a proper oven from DecoCraft for this? So many questions. They have a little toy box here. They have a big bedroom with some plushies and stuff. Oh god, why is this lagging? I don't understand. And then we have like the master bed. Yeah, that one's for you, right? I apologize for the frame rate. Episode 999, I worked on some stuff to improve it, and it was okay-ish, but now we're kind of lagging again. Yeah, we have cute little flower bed here in the front of our house. And technically we don't even have to sleep right now, but I would still like to do it. How many frames do we have right now? 16. We can reach up to 50 in our house. 23, 21, 23, 22. All these ages I no longer am. These fruit trees out there also are supposed to be removed. Yeah, one day. One day. Technically those could already be removed, because we have a fruit tree farm with all the fruit trees. But it kind of breaks my heart to remove something that has been there for so long. Anyway, the basement and the storage. Yes, if we were to remove the storage, the lag would be kind of gone, but I did a test of that in a copy of the world, and the lag only stopped when I basically removed the final drawer, and I like having a storage where we live, you know, so I don't know what to do there. What did I want to do? Oh yes, this. Basically, everything that you see in here that is obtainable, I want to have in this basement. Surprisingly, there's a lot of stuff that's not obtainable. Like, I'm not talking about the water stuff, okay? I'm talking about a lot of the plants, for example. Here, these lupines for 700, 800 episodes. I thought they didn't exist, but then we ended up finding them, and you can only find them in mountain biomes next to a river, but not a Minecraft river. It has to be a river from the Streams mod. Only in a mountain biome. Yeah, anyway, this is our crop storage. Some things we have a good amount of, other things not, but we have a lot of these because we use them to trade with villagers to get the upgrade frames. I don't like the look of the upgrade frames. I wish there would be a way to just turn off the green, but hey. Then we have all our fruit tree stuff and the nuts and all that. Plant mega pack. This is still empty for now, or only empty temporary until one of these things fills up and I need to make a new upgrade. Then we suddenly have like 3 drawers filled with other crops. We have most of the saplings. A few, which I assume are not really obtainable unless you find them in structures. I mentioned before in episode 1000, or structure spawning is a little bit messed up. I don't really know what that means for us, because we did find a structure that was not the tree that we keep on finding, so maybe it's just a very low chance to find structures that aren't the Heko tree, but I don't know. Stone storage, honestly, this is one of my favorite aisles in the whole storage. Like, this just looks so nice. And then we have all our ores here. Sadly, with the Biomes of Plenty special ores, we don't have all of them yet. that bothers me, but we have a bunch of coal. Also a good amount of salt, which will be useful because we are running out of salt in the kitchen. Then we have all our mob drops and like mob drop alternatives. We have all the discs, all the vanilla discs, because there are biomes of plenty discs. I don't know how to get them. I've never found them in all my years of playing in any world. So yeah, we have some like redstone-ish stuff, other stuff that all kind of works together. Like we have ball-like stuff, we have brick-like stuff, we have chainy stuff, we have buckets, nether stuff, random stuff, TNT. This is only from pyramids. I don't think we've ever crafted TNT. Every single piece of TNT should have been gathered from a desert temple. Some miscellaneous stuff. And this is a wonderful aisle. This is the color aisle. And yes, I do very, very much like this. Just ignore the frame rate. Yeah, this is very nice. Then we're entering like the plant area, and this is, I think this is where you can really see the autism come through. So we have water stuff here. Then, you know, I try to keep all the multi-variety ones next to each other and then try to put like matching-ish things next to that. Like here we have the hydrangeas that have the non-multi-variety hydrangeas next to them. We have lavender that kind of all matches together in a way. Some plant megapack things we are missing, especially beach plants. You're about to see that when we go over to the plant aisle. Here we do have all the lupines now. Very proud of that. Some vines and flower pots. Some vanilla stuff. We have a lot of tulips, given that we're building in a flower field biome. Some more ocean stuff in window boxes. Then we have all the hanging plants. This was quite the journey, because this little guy, the yellow one, you cannot craft. We had to go to villages and hope it spawns there, and we ended up finding one. Maybe we walked past one before when I wasn't aware we couldn't craft this, but we finally have it. Very, very proud of owning that and having this little drawer section here completed. We have bamboo, we have berry bushes and little miscellaneous things that are planty but not fully planty, like the gardens from Pam's Harvestcraft, ferns, wetlands, and aquatic crops. Oh, the cattails could have used an upgrade and I didn't notice that. Okay. Cacti, desert, savanna, plains, grass. We're missing some stuff here. May not all be obtainable. Jungle, beach. We are missing 3 beach plants. We were missing 4, but we got this one a while ago. And the cool thing is with Plant Megapack, if you plant it and you break it, there's a chance for a double drop. So once you have one thing of those hard to obtain Plant Megapack things, you have basically an infinite amount. But with the beach plants, we don't have the button sage. We do not have the showy aster. We don't have the sea lime grass. I don't know if we'll ever find them. We did find the Pride of Madeira in a structure, so that was very nice. We have sprouts, which I wasn't aware existed for hundreds of episodes. Some shrubs, some forest things and mountain things. Again, we're missing some. I don't think we'll ever really find them, unless the game decides to bless us. And then the tree, epiphytes, mushrooms, and powder solvy type of stuff. Then we have tools and armor. Very, very nice. Yes, we are missing all of the amethyst stuff. We have some amethysts. I guess we could craft it, but I don't want to actually use them. And then in here, we have opposite of the bamboo storage, the bamboo items. Switching over to the fence posts. Yes, the dirt always represents missing item. Yeah. Then we have the bookcases. This is where we go into the bibliocraft territory. Missing items. But I try to keep like the important bibliocraft items up here. Basically chairs, tables, and bookcases, because I feel like these are my go-tos when it comes to decorating. In here we have some stuff that I don't know where to put. For example, the sandstone. No, this is just chiseled, okay. But yeah, some stuff. We have the clay patterns. I was going to start a storage for them before episode 1000, but we got distracted. This has a different ID than the ones in the storage. Same thing with these leaves, so they're just there now. And here at the bottom, these are all named items that we found in structures, and I can't bring myself to, you know, put them in with other stuff. We have that very nice addition to the collection. Okay, let's finally go down here. Oh god, I've been yapping for so long already and we've barely gotten anything done. We have a furnaces or painting press. This, I think I started this before we downloaded the Waystones mod, but now that we have the Waystones mod, we can port everywhere and just have to wait 5 minutes before porting again. I wanted to build a minecart system over to the village that is nearby. Do we have it on here? No, we don't. Of course we don't. Wait, actually, that's not where we are. This is where we are. Is that the village? Yeah, I think that's the village. You know, there's the village that we trade with. There's us. Yes, I built that whole thing. Yes, I made all the walls look pretty. I put glass into cave sections to look into, but we probably will never actually finish this main card track. Or enchanting area, or press to make soy. This is where we go over to the nether. I have the garage door there because sometimes you have pigments coming through here and I don't like that. Okay, this is the first time going to the nether with the new shader. Doesn't look as terrifying as it did beforehand, I think. We see a bit more. Okay, yeah, we have the gang here. We have a little survival kit. We have a cow here. That cow has been in the nether for probably 700 episodes, so I built a little home. All of this out here is spawn-proofed, aka you may be able to see the window is there, but there's only half a block. I put carpenter's blocks all over the place here that we don't have annoying things spawn all over the place. This is where this path kind of ends. That goes into a fortress. And we have this little path here to just kind of look at the nether. Okay, it still does look terrifying with the shader. And yeah, that is the view that we have. Did we place that block there? It's kind of bothering me how much stuff we have in inventory and that we have all these levels, because I can just see us dying somehow. Yes, there we even have one of the few waypoints that I don't have deactivated. All spawn-proofed, glowstone and stuff, and even some of the quartz blocks have been added by hand to just give it a natural nether feeling. And this is where we kind of enter the area to leave or safety. We have this one path, but we also have this other path. We need some more torches around here. I built a little bit of decor, and this is where you could, if you... Okay, for a second I thought we had a phantom here. Yeah, I don't like going out there, but this is the fortress that we usually go to. Also, all try to make it as safe as possible. This is where we got our 2 wither skeleton skulls so far. And yeah, that is the nether basically. I don't know why I built such a massive nether base, given that we rarely ever go here, but people always do that in Let's Plays, you know? So I felt like, I don't know, I guess I was just peer pressured into building this. But it looks kind of nice. I like it. Okay, back to the overworld in more comfortable places. Yeah, hello, sir. Ignore the few little frame breaks. Okay, yeah, this is the waystone that brings us home. This is our main farm. Every crop of Pam's Harvestcraft is in here, and the vanilla crops. Do we have beetroot in this version already? No, okay, because I was like, we don't have beetroot in here, but then I'm switching that up with 1.12, I think. This is our skeleton farm. I didn't know we had a spawner here when we started building here. That was probably one of the craziest coincidences of my entire life. Yeah, this is our seed storage in the same order as the crops are upstairs. Why did it take me 14 years to get diagnosed with autism? I don't know. Should have just gotten that diagnosis at birth, given all of this. Then in here, this is all still a work in progress, which is very sad. I was kind of hoping to get this done before episode 1000, but I need a lot more planning to have the perfect organization. I want to have every single consumable item down here. This is basically our food storage. We have a good amount already, you know, obviously I try to have like all the sandwiches in one place, then we have like the sandwiches from Plant Mega Pack here going into the wraps, we have all the yogurts here, we have like sweet stuff here, some empty aisles, except for this. That's the wrong way. And back here we have the little dev section. We do kind of have a vegan playthrough. If you ignore the cows that we killed at the beginning, okay, and the chickens and the sheep and the pig to stay alive. The cows were needed for backpacks in order to keep collecting stuff till we find a place to build, okay? This is the farm for crops that take longer to grow in this biome, just so we have more of them, because, you know, back in the day, I used to get the farm a lot more often, and then the crops that took longer weren't always ready to harvest. This is the chisel storage. This is basically almost every chisel block that you can get, all nicely organized in the order that it is in the chisel menu. We might be able to size this down a little bit, but I am not fully sure yet. Ice is one of our biggest struggles here, because the ice blocks, if you try to put ice into the chisel, you basically just get ice with a different tag number. We don't have one to show here right now, that's sad. But in order to get all of these actually chiseled ice blocks and stairs, finding them in structures. And the funny thing is, the stairs, mainly the stairs are really interesting. They don't drop the stair that is built. So, for example, you have a packed ice double slab stair. You break that and you might end up getting a packed ice poison block. But if the stair is facing a other direction or is upside down, you might suddenly get a plain packed ice pillar with green capstone. I have yet to understand that, but this is what we've gotten so far, and I'm very proud of that. Even though it always breaks my heart to tear apart the structures. Some stuff in here, we did this recently. I finally caved in and spent all our resources to do the fancy storage here. This looks very nice. There is something with the chisel mod. There are some items that you can only find in structures. There is one that we could go and grab, but we haven't done that yet. So, for example, block of aluminium. You know, you think, okay, I'll just want to craft this. Yeah, there is no crafting recipe. Either you have one of these and you can make the other ones, or you just don't have them. That goes for quite a few of these guys that I never really end up finding whenever I look for them. Blocks of lead, for example. Yeah, these ones as well, I think. Can craft them. But the blocks of lead, we found those in the structure. We can get them. It's just going there. Here, yeah, these ones I believe are the ones that we could get. But there are like 5 different or so of these that, yeah, we may never have. And that breaks my heart. Down here, we have the Plant Mega Pack farm, and we keep on going down. This is the potion storage, you know, cute little potion crafting area. And also all the bibliocraft items that I feel like are not going to be needed as much as all the other things. And obviously, one day I hope that we do a lot of grind streams, get so many resources, and we can just go down here, grab a stack of acacia painting frames and call it a day. By the way, yes, the painting frames, we technically don't have all of them, because the funny thing is, you know, we have single tier. Let me just, for example, go with jungle painting. We have single tier and borderless in here in the storage, but there's also double tier, triple tier, and quadruple tier. I have yet to notice the difference between those, and I don't want to waste my resources and further frames, so we don't have them. Down here, we have a water crop farm. Then we have the skeleton farm. But what? Excuse me? That has never happened. Huh? We need to have them come down to this level, or at least we need to be on this Y level in order for them to still spawn. Then you can just go down here and do this. If I put them one block further down, too many die, so I've just gotten used to the stone sword thingy. Works just fine, you know. Oh god, this thing is full again. Did you get everything? Well, yeah, for the most part. Can we just maybe throw a couple things in here? I keep these because sometimes you get... I mean, I don't really know if it's much of a thing in this version, but getting enchantments, that shouldn't really be possible. I don't think we'll ever get that, but a girl can hope, you know? Oh god, this... I don't like this. Let me just put all of that back in there. Here we got a full stack. Yeah, I keep the bows to make dispensers with them. We don't really need dispensers. Yes, I love hoarding. I will show the other basement levels in a second, but there's not much to be shown there. This is basically the bottom level. This is a slime chunk, by the way. Let's start here. This is our tree farm with every single tree crop there is, including the paper bark tree, which lost its leaves, so it's now just the tree stump. But yeah, that is something we did. Yes. Then go over here. We have some things. We have a bamboo farm to make compost. Compost is nice because you can make baby trees instead of full trees when you use it as bone meal on saplings, but I built this without realizing really that we have an endless bone meal supply with that thing up there. I'm not gonna win any IQ tests anytime soon, I think. This is where we make our compost and where we have some compost. And over here we have a automatic cactus farm, because you never know when you'll need 200 stacks of green dye. This is what I want to become, or a strip mining farm. One day. And over here we have a sugarcane farm. I wanted to have an automatic one just because, you know, I like how the cactus farm just slowly, very, very slowly, but still surely accumulates stuff. But shortly after I built the automatic farm, which first of all it took so much space. It took so much space, which I didn't like. But then the lag started at our house, and I was like, oh, I think the sugarcane farm might have caused this. So I took that thing apart, and the lag was still there. And then I was like, well, might as well just build a basic farm now. Yeah, this is where I want to start having the stamp storage. For all of these, you can trade them with villagers. I've never really worked with them, but they work with the garden containers, flower pots, and I think it might be cute to add in some little builds. So one day, oh, we still have the sword, oopsie. One day I wanna get started on all of that. Bye-bye. Okay, yeah, that was our house. 30 minutes just spent yapping about all of this. Great. Get the one arrow back. Okay. Yeah, let's get started on all the other stuff. The scarecrow here, I thought it was a block. Turns out it's a mob, and now we just have this guy standing here. These apple trees, they should be moving at some point, just like all these other fruit trees. We have some oak trees over there just to get wood. We have a basic sugarcane farm here that has been here for so long that once again, I can't bring myself to pull the trigger and say goodbye to this. I'm gonna move these, but they're here and they have been here for so long. And, you know, occasionally we get endermen in this area who really like destroying our builds. I do not like that. But yeah, this is a cute little beachy area. These palm trees were all built by hand because the saplings didn't want to grow here. Look at the plant that we couldn't obtain for like 900 episodes. I'm so proud of it. Yeah, we have a cute little boat on the water. And we have a lighthouse. Very, very happy with this build still. Built this pretty early in the Let's Play, but it's still one of my favorite things. I just feel like it looks so cool. It's such a nice little addition. You have such a nice view from here. These are supposed to move given that we have a farm in the basement, but I can't bring myself to do the commitment and change something. Yeah, this is the lighthouse. Whee! Couple little relaxing opportunities here. Little hammock that blocks your path. More thieving. A lot of thieving. Down here I want to build a cute little party cave, sort of inspired by the Pirate Cove in Stardew Valley, I think. And yeah, everything hand-built around here. Sweet little bench. And, you know, if you just want to relax for a moment, you can do that here. That is kind of a cursed cabin. We'll get to that in a second. Actually, we can just, I guess, get started on this whole area now. For a while, we had a lot of crashes. Already tessellating. They happened due to bibliocraft things. We mainly had them when we put books into bookcases, but they also sometimes happened due to like chairs from bibliocraft. It was super weird, and it was very, very extreme when we were building that cabin. And now I don't like going there anymore because it technically changed nothing, but the crashes stopped. So I don't want to do anything that could cause them to come back. I've been meaning to cut that tree down for 800 episodes. I kind of need some real-life footage in order to go along with the time-lapse of cutting that down. And that has been a work in progress for like 2 years now. So I'll get there. Cute little river. Temporary tree farm just because we need resources. Again, basically everything of the palm trees here was hand-built. Maybe one or two were grown with bone meal, but usually they don't want to grow. We have a cute little beach party area here with a little bar. I did not intend for the dance floor to be the missing texture design, but now that is what happened, and now we're keeping it. This is a really sweet cabin. I do really, really, really like this. This still needs some extra decor, I think, but I don't know, I like it. It's a little different from the other cabins that we've built so far. And yeah. This happened when I was testing the new shader in episode 999. Give me 1 second. I think I know how to fix this. It should just be a simple relog. And I'll catch everything in our house looking that way. Yeah, for some reason DecoCraft and the new shader, or maybe the new Optifine version, because I also updated Optifine. Yes, now that's better. They don't really get along that well. I still want to add a lot of things there. One day we will. The shader looks so different on the sand. Huh. And yeah, more cabins, the beach cabins. This is called, I call this the cookie dough roof cabin. You may be able to tell why. I feel like with the other shader it looked more cookie doughy. Yeah, cute little cabin. I like it. Also another cute little cabin. Didn't I want to add like a painting or a bookcase here? Wasn't there something here before? God, I'm getting old. And we also have this little cabin. Very cute, very cute. We have some sweet little areas here to relax, look at the water. Also over here, you know, just bunch of cute little details because I love cute little details. I added some coconut trees here, and then we go over to this area here, and this is like the boat rental. So if you need a boat, this is the place to go. He's having a good time, I'm sure. And this brings us over to our newest project. At first I thought it was just a basic name, but I tend to ignore the thieving. I have this habit of saying I will just keep this temporarily, and then my autistic self gets too attached to it, and then we have to keep it. This is the everyday life area. And this, I don't know if it belongs to everyday life or the beach. Make up your own mind on that. Still a big work in progress. There is so much more I want to add here, but we have so many sweet little details. We have like these little vendor stands. We have a flower shop, which I love. This is one of my favorite builds ever, probably. We even have a little bathroom here. I love the color palette we went with for this build, and we have a little office to prepare all the plans. And I actually recently found out something, which means we might change this area a little bit in the future, because this is where they grow all their plants, and I learned with the travel from garden stuff, you can like sort of change the order of garden soil at least. I don't know if it works with the garden pots, but if we might just change these to garden soil then and put like counters in front of it. So yeah, that is something. Usually we keep that door closed. I don't know why it was open. Unacceptable. Okay, we need to eat anyway. Little poster check. You know the struggle of doing these showcase videos every 100 episodes? We just keep on adding stuff, and I have to keep talking and talking and talking. Like I've been recording for 38 minutes, and there's still one project that we haven't even glanced at, really. That has so many other little details I need to show. This is the little cafe. I really like this, and you know, with Videocraft having these cool feature of custom paintings, and me being a creative person who has many things that I want to get into, one thing that I've been wanting to get into for many years that I still haven't is pixel art. And one of my goals is to make a pixel art menu for this cafe that we could hang up with a custom painting, and then, you know, have more than just today's deal here. I think that would be super amazing. But yeah, that's gonna take some more time still. Yeah, some places for people to sit, relax, enjoy the pastries. If you ever need spices, this is the place to go. Oh, the vines are growing a little too long, I think. This is the bakery. I do really like this. Does the new shader not show... Like previously there were flames on the candles. The new shader doesn't seem to show that. Okay. The little working area here in the back. Also very cute. Yeah, okay, let's help the ducks. This is the park, and our ducks love going into the trash cans. I built them a cute little pond. Do you really think they want to stay in here? They also tried their best to escape. Oh, hey, hello, doggo. My dog is paying me a little visit. You in here? Of course you are. Maybe we need to put like some trapdoors on top of the trash bins, but I still haven't tested if that works. I absolutely love the park. This is one of my favorite things we have ever done, I'd say. It's just super cozy. We also have a little reminder to not feed the ducks bread, because they can't digest that really well. And we have a little playground. The lake has a little secret feature that we haven't worked on yet. Where is it? Okay, where is it for real? There is a carpenter store somewhere. Where is it? There. Leading you into an underground cave. We don't have a way up. And we don't have anything down there, but I want to add like a secret area down there. I think that would be pretty cool. You can't help them. Then, a very random build, but we have a clock shop. It was so hard to come up with shops that we could add to this area where we have multiple items, you know? So, yeah. You gotta work with what the game deals you, you know? We have the beach here. The beach is super, super nice. I love it. And some more coconut trees. I want to expand the beach here a little bit further and add some more buildings and stuff. I also want to do something with the swamp. Mainly because we had to put like 10 cows over into the swamp that were hanging out the beach here. And, you know, it wasn't the nice, relaxing beach day atmosphere that I was hoping for. If you just, you know, if you're just sitting here like this and behind your ear there's just like moo. Nah, at least for me personally, that's not my definition of relaxing. You have a little path here, which is hard to see, but it's there. And yeah, again, palms were hand built. Lots of these other baby trees were also hand built, and this brings us to this little guy. One of the newer builds, and I love it. This is kind of like the fancy people cabin, as you can see by them having a bar right when you come in. They have a nice porch area where you can relax if you want to. Maybe we should put them like a wine bottle on there as well. You have a little fishy and other fishies, and a fancy bedroom. I don't know why, but I kind of love this bedroom. I feel like we did a good job here. Yes, that is one of these cabins. Which can now bring us to the build that has made me lose my mind many times. The newest edition. Well, technically there's one thing next to it that is going to be the newest, but this is the apartment complex, the first of a few. I don't think the other ones will look the same, because this looks too cube-like for me, and I've tried to make up for that with having a nice green rooftop. I want to have the vines not go that, like you know, until other flower boxes fine, but let's not go too extreme, you know. This area here I want to have all filled with buildings for people to live in. This is our next little attempt. This is going to look more house-like and just have 2 apartments in it. We have a little recycling area. But yeah, let's look at the apartment. Despite the struggles this build gave me, I think it turned out absolutely amazing. So this is one of the first apartments. Very, very cute in my opinion. They also have a little bathroom here. I really have to thank DecoCraft for making this possible, because without DecoCraft, I doubt I would have done that. We use carpenter's blocks for paneling, so you don't see the stone bricks everywhere, and it doesn't look so cold inside of the apartments, which you can definitely see in some cases where the blocks are glitching a little. But yeah, really like the upstairs ones. We have some hanging spices. This just looks so nice with the vines coming down. Eh. And lastly, yeah, these guys even have a plant in here instead of what was it? Was it soap or was it an extra towel? I don't know. I think it was soap. Oh no. Then this is the way up to the rooftop. This is very, very cute. Oh, you're also starting to grow a little. Very nice. We have some berry bushes here. Some other cute little plants. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to add something that makes this building look less depressing. I feel like we did decent with it. It's not amazing, but hey, we're getting there. So yeah, that is the everyday life area so far. And if we come through here, that house there was a natural structure. The little garden with the flowers I added myself, like I mentioned earlier. If you plant mega pack, you sometimes get double drops, and this is a way to quote-unquote take cuttings of things so it doesn't feel so cheaty. This is a little beekeeping guy, and I'm trying very hard to keep him alive. He could give us a stamp. That's very nice. And otherwise he just has like, yeah, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, the sacred oak tree will cut down at some point. Yeah, I don't want to deal with you, I'm sorry. A lot of this biome has been terraformed. If you see patches without flowers, yep, that was me. that was me. That is what we used to get all the discs. Could you stop following me, please? This feels a little invasive of my privacy, and I don't appreciate that. No, goodbye. Yeah, like I said, this is currently just for getting resources. One day all of these will be gone. One day these fruit trees will be gone. One day the cherry trees will be gone, and we'll finally have the secret garden there that I really want to build. Let's move on to one of our first big projects. We have a cute little beach here, by the way. We have this going on again. I don't know if it's Optifine or the shader. That is something I still need to test out a little bit more. I don't like that this is happening. I mean, yes, just a little relog is not the end of the world, but hey, it would be nice if everything was just looking the way it's supposed to. Okay, yes, welcome back. We have a cute beach. And then we have... Isn't this usually burning? I think this is again the shader. The thieves. The thieves and their thieving. It is unacceptable. I love this area. I feel like it looked a lot better with the other shader, honestly. Let's... no, that's the wrong thing. Medium. No, is it the Optifine version? Is it another thing that I did recently? Previously it all looked a little different. I don't even know. Yes, welcome to this cabin. These are the cabin mountains. This is the unofficial first cabin when you come in. Not the first one we built. I will show that in a second. We always eat the lighted meals. These require smoothies. Smoothies require snowballs. He is here on his own free will. He has a painting of himself here. And otherwise, some crazy person lives here, I guess. Were we able to sleep in this? We weren't. Okay, that sucks. Let's move over. Why is the sky looking the way it does? Hello? What happened to my shader that I know and love? I was just trying to improve the frame rate. Okay, this is the first cabin we built. The lighting is off for me. I don't like that. Maybe we go back to the light one? No, wait, I went to the wrong medium. This is the one I know and... Okay, there we go. Yes. This is the first one. cute little small herbalistic cabin. One thing I want to do with the cabin mountains. They all have their little chests and wardrobes and whatnot, and I want to add details. I want to add little journals depicting scraps of their lives. I want to add random little items. Like, what if we just put like a dead bush in here, you know? From vanilla Minecraft. Where is it? The one you find in deserts and stuff. Here, this one. You know, what if we just put that there? That would be such a sweet little detail. I'm gonna do that for basically every cabin. And let's take a look. Yeah, this is the sky that I know. Let's look at this again in the usual lighting. Yes. Yeah, the shader and all that stuff I still have to figure out fully. I just wanted a bit of a better performance for episode 1000. And yeah, all of these plants were basically added by hand, and everything in this biome kind of connects to each other and kind of doesn't. At least the mountains don't. The mountains have been terraformed because they looked awful. They still look awful, but not as bad. I like to imagine this is where the mayor is living, because, you know, fancy hat, lectern, fancy bottles and all that. Then it's also one of the first cabins I added. You know, just a cute little thing. Nothing too crazy. One thing I want to do with the flower field biomes, I want to change all the flowers in there. Basically, I want to remove all the vanilla tulips and put in sort of like a rainbow shape with all the other possible flowers from all the other mods. I do not look forward to that, but I do want to do it. This I dubbed the working couple cabin in my mind. This needs details very desperately. One day it will have details. And this is one of my favorite cabins in this whole build. This is the loft cabin, and I love how you can, you know, you have the flowers there from the path, but you're like, your windows are the same level as the path is. We have this underground bed for the parents, then we have this little loft area for the kids to hang out in. I love this. I love this cabin. I love it so much. Even these little corners that no one really sees. I added a lot of these kneeling angelicas. What the heck? Okay. Plant life everywhere. Then we have your local baker, if you require something. But you know, there's also the farmer. And then if you keep on going down here, couple tulips that were here by the default that survived the purge. If you go down here, if you fall down, it's not too bad, because congratulations, you are already at the graveyard. We have a church here, if that's something you're into. This sapling hasn't grown in like 800 episodes. It's so dark again. It's like my brightness not up. It is. Everything looks different. It really does. Why does it look so dead in here? Yeah, this is the graveyard. Including our own personal little details. This is a work in progress still, what I'm about to show. So keep that in mind. So we had this massive mountain here. And it's hollowed out from the inside. And I wasn't a fan of that. So I was like, hey, let's close it up because we want to have buildings on. Oh my god. This is a war zone. Oh, you look fancy. Okay, I would like to get away from here. Still trying to fill this out. It's oh, heck no. Heck no. Heck no. We need to work on our safety aspects here. This is where we go in to get more stone to terraform mountains. Yeah. I want to have a complete path through this mountain, a stable one. And then I want to have the beach area on the other side look cute. Yeah, this is this downstairs area. Oh my god, the walking. This is one area that doesn't really connect to anything else, unless you awkwardly jump up there, but we're not gonna do that. Okay, this is checked off the inner list now, that's great. Let's keep on going here. We have a little well, you know, with sweet little details. Then we have the tavern. This is one of my favorite builds here as well. I've never really built anything like this before. We have a staff member who came here on his own free will. Stop getting drunk. Yeah, then if you do drink too much, this is where you can go to throw up. And if you're too drunk to go home, do not worry, there is a guest room. Or alternatively, you sneak into their storage and drink even more. I don't know, I love this build. Like, especially this roof section here. Okay, this is a little weird. What have we done here? I like it. I really, really do. Okay, let's connect this to the other area. We have a little pond here with some places to sit if you want to, and this connects back to the entrance area. There's also this path down here that I will show in a second. We have this cabin. I love this. We have books. We have some spices. We have a cute, cozy retreat that is not even fully connected to anything. Golds. We have this small cabin which needs love. It definitely does. Moo? Who just mooed at me? Okay, that's to figure out another day. This is a very nice cabin. So we have a nice little downstairs area, and then upstairs is the family bedroom with some toys and stuff. Hey, let me out here, thank you. We also have this back area, all nicely filled with plants, of course. I still want to add something here. I've been meaning to do that for way too long. Super small, but cute cabin. Wait, I forgot this one like 2 episodes ago. Or like basically in episode 800, what I mean. I also really like this one. We have a cute desk, we have a hanging plant. I don't know, I really like this. And this is one of my favorites. The view used to be different, but then, you know, time moved on and construction happened. Previously, this was not filled with humans and buildings, but, you know, yeah, we have this super cute, like, sunroom where you can just sit and read your books. And we also have this cute little bedroom here. The bookshelf kind of is, like, double-sided in a way. I like that. Yeah, I love this cabin. This is where you can go down to this new area. This is one of the mountains that I terraformed by hand. If it still looks like someone took a knife and cut off little slices, trust me, it was just one big slice beforehand. Like there, it basically is just a big chunk border, and I tried my best as someone who's not good at terraforming to not have it look like that. I feel like it looks better than beforehand. It still doesn't look amazing, but hey. This is a little park area. Again, if you fall down here somehow, don't worry, you're already at the graveyard. You're set. Cute little cabin. Cute little doggo plushie. And again, you know, in these sorts of things, I just want to add all these details. I crave the details. That will take so long to do for every cabin. That one's one of my favorites too. I have lots of favorites here. Also cute. This one, I feel like with this one we kind of did something. Because, you know, first of all, it's a funny shape, but then we have this half wall sort of separating the bedroom from everything else. And it's so artsy. And I love that. Yeah, this is the downstairs area. The shader looks so different. That's what I get for switching between shaders so often. Cute, but basic. Cute, basic, gets the job done cabin. This one, also love this one. So I have a big, like, family kitchen room here. We have the parents' bedroom. I would have loved to add a painting here, but the DecoCraft beds are like 1 pixel above one block, which means these are occupied. Hate that. And then this is, I imagine, an older teen or young adult living with their parents still. You have a very nice view from here. Lots of plants. Could we please sleep? Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let's get started on this. You know how parents are always like, oh, back in my day I had to walk to school 20 miles. It was such a journey. Yep, this is what the kids have to do in this area. The school is up there. This is a sweet little cabin I really, really like. It even has a little backyard with some crops, so you don't always depend on going down the mountain. This is a cabin where I felt like I was trying something different, but it didn't fully work. I don't know, I just tried to work with different levels here in a way, but just feels awkward. I don't know. Then I tried it again with this one. I feel like this area down here still looks strange. But, yeah, we have a little kitchen, little desk. Bedroom's a little bit blocked off. You have a very nice view. One day I want to burn down that entire biome, because these big trees do cause some lag as well, and I don't like that. So one day we'll just yeet everything apart. Very much looking forward to that. We have a library, because I love books. Has it always been so dark in here? What the heck? Yeah. Not 100% finished just yet. I want to add like a little table and something still, but you know, that's just little details that will follow at some point. And this is the school, obviously at the very back. Gosh. This game. Come on. Maybe it's also a little creeper school. Who knows? Oh, we've already been recording for an hour. Can we please load in? Please. Okay, this is the school. This is the little cafeteria area. You have some food to take. You have a little bathroom that needs a proper light source. And then the classroom is one of my favorite things I've ever created. Again, DecoCraft is the reason this was possible. Back here, we have like sort of this archive area. Very cute. And we do also have a little playground. With, you know, some opportunities to sit. Lots of added plans to this. I've been meaning, or like I used to think this was secure too, apparently not, so just roll off into the lag forest, I guess. Have fun. And yeah, I don't know, I really, really like this. So many of these builds I just slayed with, because this Let's Play has made me really commit to projects for the first time in a long, long, long time, by the way. All the way down here, there's all plans, even if you don't see them. So many hours of my life spent on plant details that no one will see. Yep. Yep. Previously, I was the type of person to start a world and play for like a week or two and move on, rinse and repeat. But with this Let's Play, we're actually doing things, and we have the resources now to do bigger things, and that's amazing. So it's like my first time really tasting what it's like to, you know, have a long-term world, or whatever world as it's now called, apparently. I don't know, back in my day it was just a world you kept on playing in. Yeah, this down here, work in progress. This is the rich people area, so obviously they live high above all the peasants. My voice is trying to die because I've been talking for an hour straight. What the heck? So these are not like really cabins anymore. We're talking about more houses. Cute. Very cute. Very cute. I do really like this area here. I didn't think about the fact that we have flower boxes from one of the mods, so I might change that later on. But yeah, I do like it. Especially this little seat here with the bookshelves. It's super cute. Yes, then we also have, these guys also get to have mailboxes, unlike everyone else. Super cute kitchen, I really like. This area also, love it, love it, love it, because the way we blocked off the stairs here is with a bookcase! Isn't that amazing? How obvious do I want to make it that I like books? Yes. This mountain was also terraformed by hand. That was a struggle. Building the path up this mountain was also quite the struggle. I'll keep this one for last. Yes, this is so dark! Okay, we do have carbon dust blocks, and here's light sources. Okay, then. We have another little sunroom in here, because I really like the first one. The swamp that you see there, yes, there's a structure. I want to do something with the swamp at some point, but give me another 1,000 episodes for that. Then up here we have a very cute bedroom area. Yeah, apparently the rose also already was a light source in here, because I tried adding that to the apartment complex, but it was so bright that I was like, nah, we're not gonna do this. Interesting. Okay, I love this house. This is amazing. So we have a big couch when you come in. We have this little porch area with a very nice view. We have a big kitchen. We have a cute little household nook here under the stairs. And then it just really shows this is a family home. So this is the kiddo bedroom. I personally really love this. And then the parents' bedroom. Also very nice. You can view a little terrace area from here. Love all the paintings in here. Yep, that is the rich people area. Okay, back down. Don't worry, after we're done with the cabin mountains, or mountain cabins, whatever you want to call it, there's only the pink sheep to show. By the way, from here you might be able to spot this little sign. This is one of the first areas we added plants to, and maybe it's that, or maybe it's just the way it looks. It's one of my favorite areas. I love it. We have a little market stall here. This was the first one that I built. The one in the everyday life area came a lot later. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this just adds something that fits perfectly into that little space. But then, of course, someone has to feed all these people. So this is where the farming family from that house comes in. This is where you can see how cut off the mountain was. I tried my best, but again, I'm not a good terraformer. I did what I could, you know. Lots of plants all over the area that no one will ever really see. Okay, let's get started on the farming family. So I still wanted to add something here. At first I thought I'd add that bookcase. Maybe we'll add a second one. I don't know. I want to add something here. Don't ask me what. I couldn't tell you. The kitchen has a different floor. That is how fancy they are. They just can't afford proper lights, I guess. They have some wine above their staircase. They have a fish tank. They have a fancy little office section. Shared bedroom. Yes, but of course, that's not it. Because you can't just feed people during the harvest time, right? So, they have a basement. The only cabin here to have a basement. Where they store all of their goodies. Obviously, I want to add stuff into that as well. We could even open that. Damn. Yeah, one day. The day all the details are here is the day I can finally happily close my eyes for the rest of the time. Or like eternity, whatever. They also have a stable. Of course. We have some hay there. And the animals that you see in here are all animals that were hanging on top of trees, on cliffs. We had quite a few sheep dangling off of that area, and pigs. These were all rescued. Then they have some more fields all the way back here. And then naturally we had some mushroom gardens here, so I added that little mushroom field. They have a little orchard. Also with a bunch of plants, and then this is the path down into the swamp. Again, one day the swamp will have its own project, but I do want to connect that over to our house as well. Along the side of the mountain here, but that will still take a little bit of time. Okay, let's get back before it gets completely dark. But yeah, all these little details in this area, I love them so much. Let's sleep in this cabin here today. This is a cabin where I'm not ever sure if I like the kitchen, because these chiseled blocks, I feel like they're not it, but I don't know. I don't know. What do I know, you know? So yeah, there's that. This is also a very nice cabin. She has a little fish, little kitchen, little blocked off bedroom, but a very nice garden with a little compost bin, a birdhouse, a bunch of tomatoes. I don't know. I really like this one. I like most cabins. My dog is making noises, don't mind her. Oh yeah, this then connects back to the pond that you saw at the beginning. You know. And then we have this area here. With having a lot of small, very tiny cabins, obviously not everyone can have a kitchen. And don't worry, the communal dining hall has you covered. You can take some stuff with you if you want to snack on or cook yourself. And if not, they have fresh meals here. Isn't that great? They are also so modern that they're the only actual place to have a fridge in this world. And they have a little... Okay, I guess they do have a basement, but it's not a cabin. It's public property. Yes, you can also sit out here and enjoy your meals if you want to. Added a bunch of plants in this area as well, because I like losing my lifetime on little details. Here's one last cabin. This is the last cabin that we've built. And I don't know. This is a special little cabin. I do like the downstairs area here a lot. It's cute. Cute little bedroom area up here. Cute little flowers. But, you know, we had this, basically this whole spot just empty here between the path there and this mountain. But there was one thing that was here. Which was a cave opening. Again, to get stones. And I couldn't bring myself to close it. So that's just part of this cabin now. And this path connects back to the entrance. These are the cabin mountains. I love them. Still a lot I want to change about them. A lot I want to add. But I guess we'll do that with time. One little thing is here that I still haven't shown. Just give me a decade to eat this burger. The showcase episodes are always the ones where we end up using so much food. It's crazy. We have some stolen blocks, don't mind those. And like, you know, we had these pumpkins here, naturally spawned. And I was like, kind of need like a pumpkin melon farm. And there's this half open cave. So I added that. It's just we don't really actively need these. So they're just there. I meant to make it into an automatic one. But that has yet to happen. And yeah, I would like to have a bridge from the swamp across this whole area. So the farm would be properly connected. Maybe one day we'll do that. So yeah, that is all our active projects. ones that all still need love, including our house, including the everyday life, the cabin mountains, the beach cabins. It all needs love. Oh my god, the frame rate, I'm so sorry. But future projects. You know, given this is my storage, given that I'm a little bit insane and autistic, we don't do normal projects here. Don't worry, the drawers look empty when you're in F5. I am insane, and I would like to build a city. Now you may be like, sure, people have done that. No, I want to build a realistic city. And I'm afraid that one might actually ruin the game, given that we were close to corruption a couple times beforehand. I want to build dozens of hotels, all having hundreds of rooms, all furnished. I want to build hundreds of apartments, all individually furnished. I want to build office complexes, I want to build stores, I want to build malls, I want to build parks. That project, I don't think that will ever be finished, because I will probably die of old age beforehand, because let's be honest, it took me like, what, 20 episodes to build the apartment complex with 4 apartments. So I don't know how I'll do that, but that is something I want to do, that I'm super passionate about, and we already found a few good-looking building spots for that. I also really want to build this medieval kingdom, which might be connected to the city later on, like just a long street that then turns to a gravel path, and then you enter this whole different era. Would be cute. Those are like the 2 big projects that I would really like to do in the future. Here, let's do that for a thumbnail for this episode. Yeah, that was everything I think that we have in this area. I hope I didn't forget anything. I probably did. Which means it is time to show the sheep. So, I don't know what caused this. Given the fact that I have a mod called Animal Spawn Control, I know that's a little suspicious, I guess. Wait, what happened here? That's how it looks, it's supposed to look. That's the structure we always find instead of new structures. Animal Spawn Control, but the only thing you can do there is turn off mobs, and no, that was the wrong button. Here. I don't even know what all of this does. The only thing I did was turn off crickets. Basically, I don't know what any of this does. I don't know if there's even like a way to change the colors of your sheep. But we found pink sheep situations many times. I'm assuming it might just be old, heavily modded Minecraft with a, like, what is it by now, 13 gigabyte world, and the game is a little overwhelmed. Because a lot of times when we're traveling and we find groups of sheep, there's always the same color pattern with every group of sheep in that biome. So a lot of times you find all white sheep except for one light gray one. And sometimes you have one black sheep, one white sheep, one light gray sheep, and one brown sheep. And you just have all the colors kind of there, and that over the whole biome. And in this case, and in the case a couple biomes before this, which I hadn't noticed until I further looked into this whole ordeal, in this case it just ended up being pink sheep. Which basically means, I guess, I don't know how it works, I still have to figure this out. I want to make a whole separate video on this. Maybe my world is cursed, I don't know. Maybe it's just Minecraft. I assume the first group of sheep that generated in this biome had a naturally spawned pink sheep. But then the game took that group of sheep and just copied it all over this biome. And that is how we got 21 pink sheep. We've had that happen again recently-ish, but by now I'm just like, okay, I guess that's a thing that happens. Yeah, those are pink sheep. That's something that happened. I want to build like a massive pink sheep statue here. Or maybe over there, because I don't really like snow biomes. Or maybe over there. I don't know. Yeah, that is my life in the woods world. This is what we've done in 1,000 episodes. In a way it's a lot, in a way it's nothing. To be fair, a lot of time has been spent traveling. I assume we probably spent 200 episodes traveling so far. I don't know. Just a rough guess. Yeah. Thank you to anyone who actually watched this whole thing. It's been a long yapping session. Go drink water, because that is what I will do as soon as I click stop recording. And yeah, just so much love, and the biggest thank you to anyone who has ever checked out this Let's Play and left any comments and likes and decided to stick around on this channel. I know this Let's Play style is not what people are used to anymore. I know it for myself. Like, as much as I love old school Let's Play styles, sometimes it is so hard to focus on them still with all messed up attention spans. So the fact that there are people that do enjoy this, that are like, hey, I found like a little nostalgic hidden gem in today's time. Like, thank you. I'm just a girl, you know? Like, I started this Let's Play at the end of 2020 when I was 18. I recently turned 24. This Let's Play has been with me through some of my biggest life changes. And yeah, now I upload every single day. And I have been... Wait, when did I start again? I think about a year ago. But before that I was also almost uploading every day for another year as well. Just sometimes life happened, but... Currently, I plan on not stopping the uploadings, you know, we're just gonna keep on going every single day. And we're gonna keep on having insane projects and occasionally struggling with the issues that you get from old modded Minecraft. And I will try everything in my power to keep this world running and, you know, just keep on going. Keep on completing our item collection. To keep on finding biomes that we haven't found. We've never found an Origin Island, and I want that. I want that one so badly. Until we have an Origin Island, we're not gonna stop. I will not be physically capable of passing away until we have an Origin Island. Yeah. I think we're gonna end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Not just for this, but for any video of mine, really. Like, it's crazy. I started doing YouTube when I was 11 years old, I think, and you know, it's just crazy that after over a decade of doing this, you suddenly get so much support and reach, and it's just like a little kiddo me's dream come true in a way. So yeah, okay, enough poppy talking. Thank you. I love you. Drink water, unclench your jaw, stretch a little bit, and